Now I am going to discuss a very important thing, that is the relation between speaker and schedule. You see, I have the schedules table and I have a speakers table. But in the speakers table, there is no schedule included. Also, in the schedule table, there is actually no schedule included, no speaker included. But how I can assign a speaker a schedule, and a schedule how can be under any speaker? So for this reason, I will create a intermediate table. So what will be the table? I will create a table where I will save the schedule ID and I will save the speaker ID. So let's do that so that you can understand the logic. I am going to create schedule and speaker. So schedule speaker table, okay. So the table name is schedule speaker, for example. That means which schedule is assigned is going to be assigned to which speaker. From here you will be able to understand. So here I am going to create total 3 items. That means like this. And here a ID will be normal, that table ID. So this is auto increment and primary key. This is completely okay. And then from the schedule, for the schedule table, I create a schedule ID. For the speaker table, I create a speaker ID. That is good. And both are integer, that is also okay. But if you want, you can change the integer value. That depends on you. So schedule ID and speaker ID. Now I am going just to create on save. You see that the schedule speaker table has 2 items, that is schedule ID and another one is speaker ID. So this is the table and I will work with that. You see that in the admin panel, speaker, scheduled as schedule, etc. given. So here I will assign, that means schedule speaker I will write here in the bottom. I am going to open the sidebar, and in my sidebar now I am going to write this thing, that is schedule speaker. So here I am going to copy this, and here I am going to write schedule speaker. And here I can write here the schedule speaker, that means they assign the schedule speaker or something like that, and I am going to write this way. So if this is schedule speaker, then it will be here. So schedule speaker, I will create here into the admin, that will be the schedule speaker.php. So after the schedule, there is a schedule speaker. How I can work with this? I am now going to assign the information. Okay, so which schedule I will assign to which speaker. So for that reason I will need a form. So schedule add.php, I am going to copy the data from here, and schedule speaker I am going to paste it. But in the top, what I did, I am going to remove from here, and here schedule speaker, that means schedule speaker. Or assign schedule to speaker, something I can write assign schedule to speaker. Okay, so here this is good. I am now going to make it off. This is not needed for now, so make it off, or I am going to delete it, no problem at all. In the same page I will work, and in the form I am going to have the selection. Okay, so here not multipart is not needed here, so I am going to remove it. And in this case I am going to make it outside the row, or if you want you can make it in the same row, no problem. That is column D4 and column D4, this is okay, no problem. So here is speaker, I can write here, that is select speaker. So in order to select all the speaker, here I am going to write my PHP, that means in this way. So PHP select, and here select all from speakers, and here order by, for example order by, here order by will be ID, and this is or here you can order by, use the order by name, speaker name, ascending order. So this is good. I am going to remove this one, this is not needed. And result equal to all the data, that is also okay. This is good. And here I am going to write here this one and this one. So as I am going to use the select speaker, so here I will have to use the select class equal to form select, and here I am going to cut it and put it here. So in the case of name, I am going to write speaker ID. So speaker ID I will get from here. I will select it from here, like the option value, and here I am going to give the name echo row of name. Okay, but a speaker, two speaker can have the same name. So in order to identify them, if you want, you can just put here an email. So just concat something that is the email. So email you can write here into here like this. So this one will be the value, that means the ID of the speaker. So row of speaker ID, ID of the table, that is into the speakers table, right? So if I go to check you here, this ID I will send, and the variable I use is speaker underscore ID. So the next one will be hot. I am going to copy this on and paste it here. So like the speaker, I can select the schedule also. So here I am going to remove all other items, and also I do not need any other items for now, so I remove it, and here I call assign. So here format, here I can use the form submit, no problem, and here select schedule. So from the schedule day you can use the select schedule, and that ID will be selected from here, and form select is okay, and here select all from schedules, order by what, or order by name or title you can give, or here if you want you can give item order ASC. So from the schedules table I get all the data, and here the schedule title I will show, and name and title both you can show here, no problem, and I am going to remove it. So from schedule table I can show this. Now let's do that. I am going to the sidebar. Yes, it should be linked now here. So dashboard, refresh it. You see schedule speaker, I click here. You see select speaker, you will have to select a speaker from here. Which schedule you are going to assign here, you can just select from here. But here you see there is actually no day 1, day 2. So if you want, you can do an extra work, that is you can select from here the schedule day, then under that day which schedule comes here, you can select, you can use another box here to work with that. So this is actually a chain select system. So you can, if you want, you can also do that. That means if I want to work with that, I am going to show you one thing that I used here, that is help jQuery. I will use a jQuery code here for the chain select. Okay, so in my case here the schedule day I am going to select it so that you can understand. That means I will first tell the user to select the schedule day. Okay, so here it will be like this, the name equal to schedule day or something. This is the schedule day ID. Okay, here I can call that is the name. So name can be this one, and now I am going to call the ID. The ID is important here, so ID equal to here schedule day, and from here I am going to create this option. That means here by default selected day I will use here, and from the schedule days I am going to check all the IDs. So here my query will be a bit different. Schedule days, from the schedule days I will get it and order by order 1. In my case, you know, order 1 is the order in the schedule days table. So all the IDs will be shown here, and in the value this is okay, and in my case it will be actually day. So here day 1 or day 2 in this way, and if you want you can also show here the date, that means concat, and here date you can show here, and here I am going to select it. Okay, so day with the date. Okay, perfect. Now here what will be happened here, the data will be selected. Okay, and this is the another one. So the another one that will be here in the call md4. So here I call md4, and here equal to form group, and here group 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 and mb3, and here will be a select. Here I can call the label. Label is okay. Now select this one. So this is important, and this name will be schedule id that I will save, and this is the schedule. This is the id schedule. Okay, so in this way, select a schedule. From here I can call, and like the select schedule day, I am going to put here select schedule, and this will be loaded by the Ajax, and the Ajax code here will be this. So I am going to copy, and in the bottom of that page here I am going to put the Ajax. So when schedule day dot on change, that means this id dot on change, that means when I will change this one, then an HTML will be added. That means I will clear the HTML using this. I will get this dot value, that means this schedule day id. Who is id? You see the schedule day id is here. This is a new variable, and this schedule day, that means from here who is data I will get. So I will get the data, that means the id that I will get from here, I will assign that into this variable, and I will reform the HTML from the beginning. That means I will rewrite the HTML. That means in this case here, select a schedule, I will again reload it from the beginning. Okay, because when I will select any schedule day, then the data will be added here, and then when I will on change will be called, then it will clear the previous data in this way. So schedule.html means it again starts to put the data here. So previous one is cleared, and the new data will come depending on the new schedule day that I am going to select. So here if schedule day id, that means if there is a valid id, then this Ajax call will be happened, and here I will show it into a Ajax. Here I can call schedule speaker Ajax. Okay, here I can call a new file schedule, then speaker schedule speaker ajax.php. So create a new file by this name into the admin, that is schedule speaker ajax. So that I will call, and schedule day id, you see the data is schedule day id. So this schedule day id I will assign it into schedule day id, this variable. That id, you see the name is this one. Okay, so data is assigned here, and data type equal to JSON data, and if it is success, then if response length is greater than 0, then for each response I will just append this information. So how this schedule comes, I am now going to make it this. The data means this schedule day id, I am going to take this data into this variable, and taking this data into this variable, I will take the user to here. Okay, so it is schedule speaker Ajax page, and here what I will do, I will not show anything here, I will just load the data. So in this case I am going to check the for example, here in my case there is a header or layouts header, and here ob start. Okay, so call this, or top, here I can call this one. Okay, so in this space I will use the ob start, then session start, then call the config file. After calling the config file, then I am going to take the data in this way. So copy and paste the data here. That means this post of scheduled id, how it comes actually in this way. The data is sent to this space, and in this variable scheduled day id, I am going to send the id. So that id again I take into this variable, and from the schedules table I am going to get the id. How it works? For example, there are the scheduled days, right? So here I am going to open this, that is the scheduled days. So when I will select any day, then this id will be sent into this Ajax form, and here that ID I will get. Getting that ID, I will go into schedules table and I will check where schedule day ID equal to this ID. This schedule day ID equal to is this ID. So item order is okay. From this table I get all the schedules that will match that ID, and then I will just call the header content type this and echo JSON encode schedules. So this schedules variable is in my hand, and I am going back to this page again, and that schedule that I will get into my response, I will add this, you see, into the schedule.append. Where is schedule? This is the ID. Here I will append the getting information that is in my hand, and what information I will add here, that comes through the Ajax response, that will be the schedule ID as the value, and I will show the name and time, or here I can show the title. Title is better here, title and time. Otherwise no schedules found will be shown if I do not get any data by that date. So let's do that. Refresh. You see here is actually no style, so I am going to make a style here. That means into here name is this, class not found, class equal to form select. Okay, so now I am going to refresh it. Okay, you see there is no schedule here, but if I selected day, undefined date, why? Sorry, here it will be actually date 1, not date 1. Okay, so again refresh. You see all the day coming. So when I will select a day, then only here you will see the schedule, otherwise not. So select day 1, you will see introduction to PHP Laravel advanced SEO technique. The time was this, and this session time is this. If I select day 2, you see this is changed, artificial intelligence, machine learning. If I select day 3, then you will see it is changed, user UX and graphics design. So just select it from here depending on this, and then this one and this one. I will click on assign, then this ID and this ID I will take from here and save into the schedule speaker table. So this is very simple. So when I will take here schedule day ID, I will take by the in this name, and here is speaker ID, and here I am going to select the I am going to select this mandatory. So after this it will go to the top. That means this task is done. I'm going to close. I will give you this file that I wrote here into the help of jQuery file. I already added into the project so that you can take the information from here. And into the admin, like the for example schedule add or any adding code, I am going to copy from here, and then I am going here. That means in the top I am going to assign it here. So this is actually form submit in my case, and here I do not need to check this. I will only check one thing, if there is any data or not. Otherwise other things I do not need to have there. So here I am going insert into is okay. I will insert the data into schedule speaker table, schedule speaker table, where schedule day ID, and here it will be speaker schedule ID, schedule ID, because I will assign here the schedule ID. So let's go back here again, schedule ID, yes, schedule ID and be speaker ID. So it will be schedule ID, second one will be speaker ID. These two will be assigned here. So I am going to remove all other items. Okay, so values will be only 2 items. So like this, and here post of schedule ID and post of speaker ID, and I am going to remove all other items. So data assign is successful. You can write like this. These are not needed here, and it will go you back to the schedule speaker table, and here I am going to remove the items from here. So this will be schedule speaker.php. It will back in this space. Here, in order to avoid the duplicate, you can check if there is any data in this table by the same schedule ID and speaker ID. So in order to avoid duplicate, that means the same assign multiple times, in order to protect this, you can call like this. That means before assigning, I am going to check select all from here, where schedule ID equal to this and speaker ID equal to this, just to get the duplicate. So post of schedule ID and speaker ID. So if I get the existing data into the table, then I will show an error. So if total, that means if I get the speaker is already assigned to this schedule. Okay. So there will be exception thrown here. Otherwise this is okay. And if the post of schedule have no ID, if the schedule ID is equal to empty, then you can write here schedule is required, and similar, if there is speaker is required for the safety, you can do that. So let's do that now. Refresh. You see now in the schedule speaker table has no data. Now I assign the John Smith. Here you can show like this, the same format you can show here. That is here an option I can show. So here I am going to copy this one, and in the case of speaker, select a speaker. In this way I can call. If you click on assign, schedule is required, right? So you must have to select a schedule or a speaker. So speaker is assigned, but schedule is required. But here you cannot select a schedule until you select a day. So select a day and this is okay, but now speaker is required. So both you must have to give in. So I am going to assign the first one, John Smith, day 1, introduction to PHP, assign. You see data assign is successful. Now if I go to here, you see schedule ID 1, speaker ID 1. Now if I want to do the same thing again, that means the same speaker, same day, same schedule, you cannot do that. The speaker already assigned to this schedule, but you can assign another speaker to this schedule in the same day, no problem, because an event can take by 2 speakers. So for example, these 2 speakers will take day 1 the same session. So assign it is possible. Assign is completed. Now if you go here, you see 1 and 2, but no set. That means the duplicate is not possible. That means 1 on inserted first time, you cannot again insert 1 on here, and 1 2 already inserted, you cannot again insert in this table, that is 1 and 2. So in this way this is working. Now all the assigned speaker and session I will show in this place. Now in the bottom I will show all the assigned speakers here. You see I have a table schedule speaker. So I will show all the schedule speaker that are assigned here. Okay. So what I will do. So my task is, here you see it is not selected. So similar way, what I did in the case of other items, I can do the same thing. So here in the top, I am going to select this one, that is schedule speaker. And here schedule speaker is okay. So it should be selected. Now I am going to refresh. You see when I am here, this drop down is working now. Now in the bottom, I am going to work with another one, that is here you see this is the section body. Okay. So section body is ended here, and here I can use another one. That is here I am going to copy this one. Here assigned speakers. So here I can show all assigned speakers. So now refresh, you see all assigned speakers. After that I will use another one, that is this one, card body. So here I am going to show this one, and this one will be div. So here it will be this one, div. So like this one, like this one, and like this. So all the assigned speakers I will show here. And here, like the other items, for example the schedule day, I am going to copy the table. So I am going to copy that table with the responsiveness. I am going to copy all. So copy this, and in this place I am going to paste it. But here what information I will show? The information that I will show here will be the speaker, assigned speaker, that means the speaker detail. For example, the speaker detail, and there will be schedule, something like that. So speaker detail and schedule detail, or schedule or something like this. Okay, so I am going to here, and now I will take all the data from the speaker schedule table. So what I can do is I can select all the data. Here I will use something in the select, but for now it is okay. So from which table? That is schedule speaker. So select all from schedule speaker, and here I can use the order by. So order by I am going to use later. First this one, select all from this, and I have ID in my hand, right? So speaker detail, I have the speaker ID in my hand. So if you write here speaker ID, and if you write here schedule ID, then it is okay. And here I can remove it, and I must have to give an option to delete the assigned items. So I put it, that is schedule speaker delete .php id equal to this. This is okay, no problem. I am going to refresh. You see 2 assigned items are here. Now I am going to work with the delete items so that I can easily delete it. So in the admin I am going to create a file, that is schedule speaker delete.php. And here, like all other items, for example, where I deleted the schedule, so I am going to copy, and now here I am going to paste it. So select all from here. The table name is schedule speaker, where id equal to this. I will check, otherwise it will go back to the speaker, and this one is not needed. I am going to remove. So from this table I will delete the data in this table, where id equal to this. Data delete successful, and then it will back to the schedule speaker.php page. So it is okay, no problem. So deletion should work. Refresh. You see this is my table, 2 items are assigned. Now if I want, I can delete. You see data is deleted. So if you go here, you see now it is not here. So I am going to assign the speaker again. So assign it, okay. And the speaker one in day 2 will, for example, machine learning, I assign him here. If you refresh, you will see that total 3 assigned items are here, and that is showing here. But I will show the speaker detail, not the ID. I will have to create a join query here for this reason. And here you see the table that comes from here. If I write something like this, it will be better. So here you see from the schedule speaker, here I am going to give the name. So I am going to change the name, for example, schedule speaker. What I can use, for example, from schedule speaker SS, schedule speaker, so SS is good. Now what I will do, from SS I will join a table with it. So join table, and which table I will join with it, that is, for example, the speaker table. So speakers, from the speakers table I will get also the data, and speaker is SP, for example. And here if I use the join, then I will have to create an one, and here I will show ss.speaker id equal to sp.id. This is good. I should take all the data, and here in the top, instead of all, what I should use here. So from the SS table, what data you will show here. So from SS I can show, first I am going to check all, but SP table, for example, not all the data. SP table I am going to have the ID, SP table ID as speaker ID. Okay, and sp dot name, name I am going to get as speaker name. And what I have other information, that is this email. So sp email is also in my hand. And in the top I can show what information, which information is actually need from the SS table, that is only the ID. So I can use SS ID, or here I can call schedule speaker ID. So in this way I can select the data from here, but from this table actually no data is needed, only I need the speaker tables name and email. These are needed to show here. I am going to show here, instead of speaker ID I have the speaker data, so here I can use the speaker name. Actually there is no field by this name. The field name in the speaker table is actually name, but instead of using sp name I just rename this to speaker name. So this is a new unique name, and that name I can call here in order to show the speaker information. So here is speaker name, and similarly I can show here the speaker email. So here I can show the speaker email. Now if I go to show it, you see syntax error. Okay, let's check it. Speaker schedule. Okay, here I can use the as. Is this the reason? No, this is not the problem. Here ss.id, if I use here, sorry, here is ss.wall. Now let's check it. No, here near the from schedule speaker ss in line 6. Check the manual MySQL version, right syntax to use. What is the problem here? SS ID as schedule speaker ID, this is okay. And here from join this table, and I use the one ss dot this and ss dot speaker ID. So in this table ss dot actually ID is okay. I will also need ss dot speaker ID. And SS table has schedule ID. Still problem line number 8. Line number 8 means what is here? Schedule speaker dot php 136. Sorry, 136 means here execute. So what is the problem in execute? Face SO, face wall. There should not be any problem here. I am now going to check it. So let's, what is the error in this query? I used PHP video here. Tailing comma into here. Oh, sorry. Here the problem is, here I put a comma. Here will be no comma. So, okay, now it should work. Yes. Now speaker detail is working, right? So action, this one is for other thing. But you see, this section is working. Okay, so let's go to fix it where it is, that is speaker delete, and for the speaker table I will have this, that is speaker schedule speaker ID. Okay, so from the SS table I am going to put here that is schedule speaker ID, because I changed the name here. So now it is working. So speaker data is in my hand. Now I will another table I will add here, that is the schedule. So here you see from this join this table, speakers table 1. Now I will join here another table, that is schedules. And for the schedules table, what name I can give here? Only yes I can give here, no problem. So schedules, and here I am going to use this one. So for schedules, SC is a better option, I think. So SC, speaker SP, schedule SC. Okay, that's good. So in the schedules, speaker schedule table, I have the schedule ID, and that is similar, and that is the foreign ID here, but the primary ID will be into the schedules table. So schedules table has this ID name is sc.id. So ID is the name here. Okay, now after this I am going to add here more data, which data I will show from SC. Here I put a gap. So from the schedules table, which data I need? Schedule has name and title. So if you want, you can give it name, and schedule name I can put here, and also sc.title as schedule title. So in this way I can show the schedule name, and here I can put the schedule title here. So now let's check it. You see, yes. So session on this one, but the day, how you can show the day here? You see there is a relation of the, this is the table, okay, schedule speaker, but the day relation is with the schedules table. So schedule days, right? And the relation is with the schedules table. So in the schedules table, name is schedule day ID. So how I can apply this here? So another table I will have to join here. So join, that is schedule days as, not as, it is SD. So SD means actually the schedule day. So in the case of schedule day, if I use the SD here, so what will be the relation? So on SS, no, here it will be SC. Schedule days will have a relation with the SC, and here SC dot schedule day ID equal to SD dot ID. Okay, so schedule day ID, you see, SC means schedule dot schedule day ID, and this ID is actually the primary key of the schedule days table. That means in the schedule day table, that means SD dot ID. So that I put here, and in the selection I will have to call here SD dot. So what information is needed for me here for the SD? So for the SD dot day as schedule day, and sorry, here like comma, and similarly I have the date one, so I can call the schedule date is okay. So schedule day and schedule date. So here what I can call here is, I can call here schedule day, and if I want to show it, I can call this one, and like this, PHP echo row of schedule day. Here I call the schedule day and schedule date, and similarly here I am going to call, that is the schedule date. Here I call the schedule date. Now I am going to refresh it. Yes, so these two was the for the date or day 1, and the last one is the day 2. So it is working actually. From here you can also see it. Johnny Smith is 2 times, day 1 session 1 and day 2 session 2, and John Sword is session 1 day 1. Now if I assign the John Sword to day 3 UI UX assign, you see John Sword is day 3 UI UX. So the complete thing here is working. So as backend, in the backend, the assign is working, the deletion is working, and also the data showing here, this is also working. Now my next task is actually to show the schedule in the schedules table. Here it is already showing here, but the speaker name, you see the day 1 schedules are showing, day 3 are showing, day 1 it is showing, but the speaker assign is not showing here. So my task is to show the speaker here, and also in the speaker page you see for each speaker what are their sessions. I will show that here. Now I will show the assigned speakers into schedule, and in the speaker table and in the speakers page, in the speaker detail page, I will show all the schedules of a speaker. So how I can do that? You see that in the front end, first I am going to the speaker. Okay, so particular speaker means speaker.php page. I will have to go there. So I am going to speaker.php in the front end. So front end speaker.php is this, and here you see these schedules where this is completely static, not dynamic. Now my task is to get all the schedules for any particular speaker. So which table I will search? I will go to first schedule speaker table, and I have the speaker ID in my hand, because when I am in this space, I have the slug and also I have all the data. That means I have the slug, and also in using the result variable, I have the result 0 of ID in my hand. So that is actually ID. So here, in order to get all the data from this table for any particular speaker, I will search this table where speaker ID equal to the ID that is in my hand. So let's do that. So here I am going to here I am going to write PHP, and here PHP select all from which table? Schedule speaker table. So I am going to get all the data. So select all, then from which table? Schedule speaker table. Where? Which ID? Where? Speaker ID, because I will search by speaker ID in this table. Speaker ID equal, here my ID will be result 0 of here ID. So this one. So if I search in this way, here I will call like this, and this data I am going to cut and paste it in this location. So this one, and I am going to remove the static one from here. This is not needed. So this is the code. Now my task is to show the data. That means which data I need to show here. And for any particular this item, I will need to show, for example, from the schedule table, I have the speaker ID. That means I have the schedule ID in my hand. So I will have to make a relation. So select, here I call is like this. So schedule speaker means SS, for example. Then I will join the table, that is the schedules table. So SC, and I am going to use on SS dot schedule ID equal to SC dot ID. So this one, okay, and here speaker ID is into which table? Speaker ID is into SS table, so ss.speaker ID. Now here, instead of showing all the data, I will have to just call which data I need, that will work. So instead of schedule wall, for the schedule speaker table, which data I will need, so I will call ss.whichon. From the schedule speaker table, I will need schedule ID. Schedule ID, I am going, it is needed for me. And for the SC table, there will be schedule name. Also, there will be schedule title. And what are other data I am going to check into that table, that is my schedules table. So here name, title, and here description. You can show the description here. Okay, so description, location, like this. Here description is missing. Here you see there is no description, but a description should be here. So you can give a description here. So description, location, time, photo. So here sc dot description, then location, then time, sc dot time, and sc dot photo. Now let's check if it works or not. I am going to show here, this is the photo. So here I am going to remove this, and here PHP echo row of which one I will show. You see the SC photo here I call as schedule photo. So schedule photo you can call here, and schedule title, SC title as schedule title. So here I will call the title, that is the schedule title. PHP echo, here will be row of schedule title, and the location. So as here it will be schedule location. So here I am going to change it, and PHP echo, and then row, and schedule location will be here. And similarly the schedule time, in the bottom you will see this is the schedule time, echo row of schedule time here, and here I will have to call the name as schedule time. And the description also I call here schedule description. That example, if okay, I am coming to description later. First let's check it works or not. Yes, you see this on heading, photo, etc. coming, that means it is working. So now the description section. Okay, so I am going to check the schedule, and here you see the under the schedule there normally is a description, that is for example under the P H3, then into the P it should come. So in the case of speaker, after the schedule title, here I call a P, and here will be the schedule description, but here NL2BR will be here in order to show the data in good format. So okay, let's check it now. Refresh, you see the description comes here. Okay, and the location and other items are here. But if you want, you can omit the description, because here shortcut is okay, so description not needed here. So I can just remove the description from here, no need. So just this looks better. So all the data are showing except the date, because the day and date are in the relation with the schedule table. So in this case I can create another one, that is schedule days, SD, and here a relation, that is SC schedules.scheduledayid equal to sd.id. Okay, perfect. Here n will be capital. Okay, so now here I will call schedule day dot here it will be day as schedule day, and another one will be date, but not date, it will be date 1 as date 1 as schedule date. So this will be better. So in this case, this will be echo, and this is my schedule date, and then it will be PHP echo row of this is schedule day. So okay, now let's check it, refresh. You see, this is the first day, day 1, and this is the day 2. So it is working. If I now go back to another speaker, that is the first one, this is the first one, and if I go to the second one, you see these two, he is UX, and this is day 3, March 10 and March 12, day 1 and day 3. So all the sessions that are showing under the speaker is working here perfectly. Now I will show all the speaker names under each particular session. When you will show any session or any schedule, then the speaker names will be shown there. It should not be tough. I am going to open my code. I am going to schedule.php page. You see all the schedule are here showing. So here in this page you see where I am going to show particular schedule, that is this one, from the schedules table, where schedule ID is this. So I have the ID, that means item of ID, that means the schedule ID in my hand. And the schedule ID, when I will check any kind of schedule ID, I can go straight to the schedule speaker table and see for this particular schedule what are the speaker ID. So I can do that. So for example, here I have the schedule ID, that means item of ID in my hand, and so inside this there was a speaker. So here I am going to show all the speakers here. I am going to run the query. So here PHP select, and here instead of this I am going to use a new name, that is Q1. Okay, so this is race on, and this is for example Q1, and this is also Q1, and here I can call total 1. Okay, and here is race on and row 1. Okay, so from the or one or item on, it is better. So select all from schedule speaker table, where I am going to check where the schedule ID equal to the current ID. That means here the current ID is item of ID. So if I get this ID, then all the speaker I will show here. So the speaker detail I will show here, that means the speaker name. So I cut it like this. This will be repeated, and here I am going to remove the other, and here I call it into the bottom line, because I will make a I will show the relationship between the two tables. That means in the schedule speaker table, actually what I will get there only the speaker ID, but I need the speaker name, speaker slug, URL, this type of things. So I am going to show it like this. So from the schedule speaker table I am going to rename it, so SS, and here join the speakers table, one ss dot speaker ID equal to sp dot id. Okay, this is correct, where ss dot schedule ID is this, and from the speaker table, that means sp dot, I am going to get the name, speaker name. This will be as speaker name. Also, if you want to have the speaker other data, for example speaker email as speaker email, that is also good. And in the top I am going to show the ss dot id as schedule speaker ID. ss dot id is need, because here not schedule speaker ID. In the schedule speaker table I am going to check the speaker, or here I can use ss dot all, that is also okay. Now let's check it if it works or not. Here I am going to show the speaker name, so php echo here item on, and this one will be speaker name. Now I am going to check it into here, refresh. You see Johnny Smith John Sword, Here no speaker is found. If you go day 2, here is John Smith, and if you go here John Short, in this way you can show. And in this session there are both speakers. So it is working, I think. And here instead of email I can show here that is Slack. Slack is important here. So here call the Slack. Okay, so speaker Slack, because here I will send the user to the speaker page. So PHP echo base URL and speaker slash here the Slack. So echo, that is item on of speaker Slack. So this way. So let's do that. Refresh. If I click on John Smith, you see John Smith, this one is under him, and here this is only for John Smith. So let's do that. Let's check it. You see this is only for, no, not this, this is only for John Smith. Okay, so he is one, so it is working. And if you go to the John Sword, you will see that for the John Sword, this one is common and this one is for John Sword. So let's go that go here. You see this one is common, and day 3 this one is under John Sword, but here no speaker was assigned, so it is not showing. In this case you can show here the total one. If the total one is 0, you can show there is actually no speaker. You can also do that. It depends how we will handle this. For example, here I can make this query separate. So for this portion. Now here I can check PHP and this, and here I will check, for example, or here I can use like this, that is if, and here PHP else, like this, and here I can call PHP and if. So if total 1, that means if I get the data, then this one will be shown. So it will be PHP code also. So here call the PHP code, and else mean I do not get any data. So here I can show that no speaker found, no speaker found. And here I can call a class text danger, for example. Now if you go here, refresh, you see no speaker found. Where there is a speaker, speaker will be shown, and where there is no speaker, it will show that no speaker found. Now if you want to add more speaker here, for example in the HTML there are more to speakers, so I am going to add those data also. Now I am going to add, and I will copy one data, so it is okay. Not this, here this one. Now I am going to paste it Steven Greg, so here it will be Steven Greg, like this. And designation is from HTML, this one, and I am going to give it biography. For biography I can call this data here, and the photo, here the photo will be speaker 3, and the email, phone, etc. are given here. So okay, I can call according to me. For example, the Steven. So Steven email is steven@gmail.com, and this one, website, I call any website here. And for the Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, I put like this. Phone number also I can randomly bring here from the fake filler input. So in this way I can also bring it. And address, let's check if address tells me well, fill this input. Okay, no problem. So click on submit, you see the third speaker is added, and similarly I will add another speaker. So the last speaker is Jordan Parker. So I give here the name like this. Jordan Parker is the slug. Designation is founder DD company, for example, the fourth item. And his photo I will select from here. And now the email. So I am going to use the fake filler Then here fill this input, the address I am going to fill input, website input, and here all will be like this. So click on submit. Yes, data insert. And for the second one, I remove the address and other, so I am going to fill up these also, so like this. And here is this information. Okay, so update the data. Now if I assign, so I will not keep any session unassigned. So you see the John Smith, this one assigned day 1, right? So day 1 schedule, but day 1 has advanced SEO technique. This one I am going to assign to John Parker. Okay, and now if I go to refresh, you see all the speakers coming here. Also in the home page you will now see 4 speakers are here. And if I go to the schedule, from here, then you will see this event is taking 2 speaker. Second one is John Parker. Day 2, that means this one is not assigned, that means artificial intelligence day 2. Here I am going to assign it to Stephen Gregg, for example, day 2, and day 2 will be artificial intelligence assigned. Okay, now if I refresh, if I go to day 2, you see Johnny Smith is this, and this is the Stephen Gregg. Okay, so this one is machine learning, Stephen Gregg is this, and this one was previously there. Now I have assigned this one, Stephen Gregg, this person. And now in the day 3, that is this session is remaining, graphic design, nothing is assigned. So I will now assign John Sword and Stephen Gregg to the day 3 graphic design. John Sword, and another one I will assign here, that is Stephen Gregg, day 3 graphic design. So assign. Okay, so two persons are assigned here. Now go to day 3, you will see 2 persons are assigned here. So okay, it is working perfectly.